Hello, this is Purple-barbi. I'm the author of This Is Your Vagina, The Vagina's Where the Heart Is, and I'm on He Said, She Said with Jerry Royce.
Hey, how's it going? My name is ramone-marquis, the author of District 69, the Crimson Edition, and I'm on He Said, She Said with Jerry Royce Live.
Thank you for joining us at PositivePower21.org, a Royce Enterprises production. This is Friday Night Live with Jerry Royce and friends, featuring LaQuette from New York City, Ramone from Florida, and Firemouth from Louisiana. These are both romance and erotica authors, so if you're under the age of 18 or can't handle graphic conversation, please disconnect. This is for adults only. I repeat, this is for adults only. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Jerry Royce and friends on Friday Night Live. Hello, everybody. This is Jerry Royce Live, the greatest podcast on earth. That's right, PositivePower21.org for growth, wealth, and success. This is Friday Night Live, Adult Talk. He said, she said. Romance and erotica authors are joining us tonight. You're about to listen to adult and relationship talk with Ramone-marquis from Miami, Florida, and Purple-barbi from South Carolina. That's right. And we're running from 11 to 12:30. We're taking Q&A tonight. If we have anybody in that queue, remember the number is 559-726-1300. Give it to your friends, 895-455-POUND. For them to get into the conversation at midnight. All right, and welcome to the show, Purple-barbi and Marquis. How you guys doing?
Doing good, thank you.
Doing good.
All right, and Purple-barbi, you sounding pretty good. Then I still don't think this is the same person from the other night on my show.
The last night was Barbara. You got Purple-barbi tonight.
Her thing right here. Right. All right. And before we get started with our question, he said, she said questions with you guys, and we're just going to let the audience know that we're going to present both of you with questions to give the other person a chance to answer, and then you guys might, conversate a little bit over the question, then we'll move to the next one. I got a whole bunch of these questions. I got some questions from Barbie. I got some stuff over from Cosmopolitan, and they kind of wild too, man. People really open about sex these days. I guess we just need more. Yeah, we need more talk. All right. Yeah. And Barbie, just tell us a little bit about yourself before we get the show started. All right, in your book again.
My book is called This Is Your Vagina. Vagina's Where the Heart Is. It's about just women after they go in after a breakup, how we shut ourselves down and cut ourselves off and from everybody and everything, having relationships or friends. And then this person just gets a wake-up call or help from her inner person, who I call her vagina, who is guiding her back to living again. So it's a good read. Good read, should I say.
You got to check that one out, Ramon. And she only gave us like a page for a sample. So you got to buy the whole book to read more.
Yeah, you got to buy the book.
Looking forward to it.
See something else. All right, Ramon, tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
Well, this is 69, the Crimson Edition. It actually takes place in Miami. And what's unique about this book is that it's a collection of short stories, but they're all real-life experiences told through the perspective of three of my main characters. And it takes you on a journey. Each character has a different level of sexuality. Each character comes from a different background. Each character has a different level of success. And the good thing about each of the 20 stories is that it caters to such a wide variety of people that anybody who reads the book would definitely find a story that they can relate to. And what I really like is that my book is kind of like a conversational piece. When you read it, you feel like you're having a one-on-one conversation with me, and you actually feel like you're in the midst of the experience that's taking place. So it's pretty cool.
All right. Now, before we get started with my question, Barbie, you have any questions to ask Ramon about his book and vice versa, Ramon?
Let's see, I read one of the stories. So it was like one character was like younger.
Mm-hmm.
So is that, well, you didn't say was it based on your experience, you said, or experience with somebody else? Or it's like, in my book, some of it's like something that I went through, something I've seen other people go through, that kind of thing?
One thing about my book, it's a mixture of both. You get a lot of my sexual experiences, and then I mixed in some of the experiences of others. But they're so random, they're so mixed together. It's not like, because my book is broken into 3 parts. So it's not like, oh, part 1 is all my stuff. No, you're going to have some of my experiences in all parts, and I just mix them all together.
Yeah.
All right. And Ramon, you got questions for Barbie about her book?
What kind of motivated you to write your book? I know you spoke about your inner character and you called it vagina. I think it's something that's good for women to embrace, that inner part of them. So what kind of moved you to write a book from that perspective?
It was because I was doing the same thing over and over again in whatever relationship I went into, and not having a successful relationship was like, okay, why am I not having one? And it's just finding out the root of that problem. It's basically going back, confronting whatever happened in your past, letting it go, and then moving forward. So that helped me do so, and it should help, whoever reads this book do the same thing.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
All right. Good. Hey, and Bob, we had a pretty good conversation about your book. And then give us that character's name again. I just call her Miss J. What's Miss J's? Pronounce that word. Significant. And you said you made that name up, correct? And it came from what name?
Actually, it's because I work in customer service, and there was one customer that kept calling her with this name I couldn't pronounce, but it was June Vickus. So I just took that because I liked that name and just pronounced it differently. So it was actually somebody's name. It's like I can't remember where it's derived from, but it's actually someone's last name.
That's interesting.
All right. All right, let's get started. And purple-barbi, just to give everybody a visual, describe yourself, the sexy part of yourself,
Sexy part of me?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, describe yourself. Yeah, the hot part of you. Like if a man sees you, what's the first thing he's going to say to say, whoa?
Well, the first thing I get compliments on is my eyes, because they're like, oh, well, you're really paying attention to me. I get smiles, and then I'm kind of curvy. I think I'm kind of thick. And then my ass, we can curse here, right?
Are you okay? That's
guys like the ass. I don't know what it is.
The guys
the small
love you.
Waist and the ass.
So you got a tiny waist and a nice
I don't think it's
round.
tiny, but most people do. But I got the apple bottom, so they like that. No matter what kind of diet or exercise I do, it just doesn't go anywhere. It's just there.
Like a Coke bottle.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. And what else about you? What else guys find sexy about you?
My attitudes, I'm kind of raw, and I have 3 brothers. They was just straight hoes, so I kind of got their personality. So it's kind of talking to one of them because I guess I understand them. I guess, but my attitude, I'll say, they sound feisty. I don't think so, but that's what I get.
Right. And how about you, Ramon? What do women find attractive about you and sexy? What's the sexy part of you?
The initial thing is my smile. A lot of people think that that's the first thing you see, that it catches their eye. My smile is something that I've gotten compliments on ever since I was a child, and I think it's actually come in handy a lot of times as an adult. My smile seems to really be the thing that charms women, and it really enabled me to get a lot of things that I want. Just crack that smile, and then the next thing with my personality. My personality is very contagious because I'm very goofy, I'm very carefree, I'm very carefree, and I will say things, and it'd be like the things that people think, but they never have the guts to say. And so it's very entertaining. My personality is very entertaining. You never have a dull moment. So between my smile and my personality, people just seem to get enough.
Yes. All right. What do you say about that, Barbie?
I'm liking it. I think I need to move where he is.
There you go.
He's in the place where everybody wants to be. Man, hey, you know what, dude? I'm going to be there at the end of August. Well, I was going to be more like Orlando. I'm going to be more around families at the Gaylord.
Right.
At the Gaylord. Tom Joyner
in Orlando. Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to be there as well. One of my cousins goes every year, and she's been trying to get me to come forever. So I kind of promised I would come this year. So hopefully I'll make it this year. That's my goal.
Man, so let me know. Well, I have my phone with me, so you let me know when you arrive. All right,
definitely,
that's cool.
Definitely.
That is cool. All right. So Barbie, so you liked everything you just heard about that. That was cool. So women are attracted to guys' smiles. Is that the way? Is that the best way to pull a woman in? If you somewhere where you have to give off a signal, you just can't just give her that gigolo look. You have to give her that smile, like, hey, how you doing? Look, without really saying anything. That's happening? Tell us what kind of communication you feeling from that.
Well, yeah, that's part of it. It's yes, well, looks, of course. Got to have a nice body, and that smile. We can see your clean teeth and everything. So yeah, that pulls us in. Or pulls me in.
So that's what you like. So you go for the body type. You like guys with nice bodies.
I do. I like what I like, but yeah.
Yeah, you can't help it. I mean, so you couldn't take a guy that he may be just 2 months away from being in shape.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
Oh, really? Because I'm really just 2 months from being in good shape.
Well, this guy I just met, he's like a little overweight, but I'm like, his conversation kind of got me. At first I was like, nah, I'm not really interested in him. But when we're talking, and I'm like, I really don't see that much, so we're talking. I'm like, I'll help you get in shape, so that's not a problem.
There you go.
But I like a nice body, but if you're working on yourself, that's part of that 80%.
Yeah, you said something. Yeah, you said something important that, like once you got over there, you said, okay, let's just talk on the phone. And then you start finding out his plans are to get back in shape. Then that's kind of like a turn on in a way, because you guys can do that together probably, right? Once you get to know him better.
Yeah, it is.
And then if you share in the same gym, you kind of can scope him out and see how he, interacts with the environment. Is he a looker? Is he focused? Yeah,
but that came from learning as well. Because I'm like, if I met somebody, they weren't attractive, I'm like, instantly, I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. And then you never know, you can be missing out on a good relationship or someone, a good friend or a good something,
Yeah, that's right. Dave, what did you say about that, Ramon? You feel that?
I definitely agree. I know one thing with the smile, it can't be the kind of smile that's creepy or corny. It has to be a kind of, if a dude's smile is really going to attract a woman, it has to be something that kind of like flows from him. It can't be forced, because I think a lot of women can see through the bullshit if it's a corny type of smile, or if he's trying to put up a front. And then definitely when you talk about the fact that initially she's attracted to the physical characteristics, but with the new guy, she was able to kind of go beyond that because of the conversation. I think that's important, because the conversation and the personality is really what's going to keep her. That physical look attracted her, but if he can't bring anything else to the table, he's not going to be able to keep her. So I definitely think that that's a good thing that he was able to kind of keep her attention with that personality. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that was good. Good follow, Ramon, because that's something to think about, Purple, because just think, okay, you met the guy at the gym. He had the nice physique, good bone structure. You like his height and everything. He compliments you well. He can handle conversation a little bit for that time because you're trying to get to know each other. But what happens after you get to know him, and the conversation kind of taper off to nothing? That he just talking about supplements and lifting weights. What you got?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've done that before. Met the nice guy, go out, and then I'm like, what do? They talk about themselves, because that's all they're working on. So I'm like, okay, well, then it's nice meeting you. Care how attractive you are. Nice meeting you. And go back to business.
That's right, because that guy that's 2 months off from being in shape, he's not going to be spending his whole I guess the dinner's probably going to cost him $100. He's not going to spend that time talking about working out in the gym and drinking supplements. That's right. All right. Now, Barbie, all right, you met a guy.
Yeah.
Got a couple things going for him. He got a little bank, taking care of his own bills, no children, but he has bad breath. What can you do about that?
Be like, I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, okay, so what's the problem with that? So you never know. You might have some kind of, I didn't need somebody that has, what is that called, halitosis. But I'm like that.
Gingivitis.
Or something. So I'm like, find out what it is. I'm like, you have to do something about that.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't know. Yeah, he got to get his gums cleaned up.
Like, you got that problem. What's going on there? What you gonna do about that? So.
That's right. Now, Ramon, you ever met a bad chick? I mean, she's bad, man. She's chewing gum and is still kicking.
I can't necessarily say that I've experienced that, but I will say that when it comes to things that attract me about people, there are certain things that I can make an exception for or that I can compromise. Hygiene ain't one of them. So if you have bad breath, that's like disturbing. That's hell no. The conversation ain't going to I can't compromise that. Like, are you tripping? Like, dude, you really left the house and you didn't realize. Like, why are you still smelling like onions? If you're going to go on lunch break and have a hamburger with onions, I need you to have a mint of gum in your purse. Like, this is crazy. And then the ones who got stank breath, a lot of them, they don't know it. And they be the main ones that's talking in your face the most. Back the hell up.
That's right. That dragon breath, man. So that's the thing. Right. It's a different, like the onion breath and the garlic. That's not going to be every time. It's what they had to eat. Maybe they like taking garlic tablets or something. But the ones that got the dragon breath, they need like some dental care,
Right.
And it's funny, man. I was dating this bad chick, man. She was nice, slim, hot. That's what I went for back then. Nice, perky breasts and everything. But man, I was like, what was that? I thought it was the closest I've ever been to her. So I told her, matter of fact, it was two of them. Because I remember this one. I told her, her girlfriend called me and said, yeah, she said, so-and-so say you don't like to kiss. I said, you know the deal. That's your buddy. What's up? She just started laughing.
Right.
So, but she was bad. She had a body. I think she might have one of the best bodies I've ever seen. I mean, I knew guys used to go to her job just to watch her leave the door.
Just to look at her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, she was bad, man.
And it was funny because
yeah, and I saw her like a couple years ago, and she's actually she had gotten taller. I don't know what happened. Like, it was weird. Okay, all right. So we got past that. All right, Barbie. Now, you got some guys that are very visual. Lingerie. Mm-hmm. Now, there's so many different types of lingerie out there now. Now this is what the guys want to know about the lingerie. Do you come out with your most daringest pieces first for the first encounter, or you kind of just, gradual levels? Tell us about that process.
It depends. It depends on that person. So you get a feeling about, somebody if they're, a little more daring than somebody else. But lingerie, I don't know. That's, I wear it every now and then, but I do thongs and thigh-high boots. That's my thing.
You do thongs?
Thongs and thigh-highs. That's it.
Whoa.
Okay.
You got a comment, Ramon?
I definitely think it's good. Like she said, it really kind of deals with the person you're with. Because, if the person you're with is really not into the lingerie, there's no point in wearing it. But you take someone like me, like I love to unwrap a present. I've always loved it since I was a child. So to have a chick in lingerie and I get to, take my time to remove it, I have the kitty face. It's like I'm unwrapping a present all over again. So for me, I would be the kind of guy that would like the lingerie. But I know some, it's a waste of time. Don't put that lingerie on for them. Just come out butt naked and they're good to go.
That's right. All right, we're going to take that conversation a little further. Okay, now Barbie. Okay, your man tell you he loves lingerie. He loves it. Mm-hmm. But he has some himself. And he asks you, can he wear it?
That's a hell no. That's a straight hell no. Get the fuck out of my house. That's crazy as hell.
Hold on.
But Bobby, what if it's the male lingerie? Don't they got lingerie for men? I ain't never had none.
Hell no. Ain't no male lingerie.
Ain't no male lingerie.
That's crazy as hell.
I'm just thinking. I don't know. I just wear basketball shorts. I don't know.
Boxers, okay. Now I've bought, like the silk boxers with, with the holiday thing, with Christmas, Valentine, whatever. But lingerie, child, you would get your ass beat.
I think somebody should create a men lingerie. Somebody should create a men lingerie line. They might be on to something.
No, they ain't on to nothing.
That might could be $1 million business.
No.
For real. But Barbie, suppose he take baby steps. Now, what happens if he comes out with the boxes, but he has on like
don't
leggings?
Even say no more. Don't say no more. You would get somebody killed up in this motherfucker. No. Hell to the no.
So what if he take off? What if he's taking off his robe and you see he got on like?
Let's start with the what if. Don't even go no further. Just
listen. You know, y'all into it. Hot moment, passionate. He really got you at that point. But then when you take off his bathrobe, he has on underwear, but they're like fishnet boxers.
Oh my God.
Made of silk or some fine material.
No.
So you said still a no, a hell no.
That's a hell no.
He got you in there. Now listen what Ramon said. He got the robe on.
Now.
But you laying in. Oh, okay. We just answered my question there. Okay.
But you think he's fine? You think he's fine as wine? But you think he's fine as wine? You really can't overlook that them drawers he got on.
No. No, that's a problem right there.
She's a real woman right there.
Then he's gonna be wanting to wear my panties later. I'm like, no.
Yeah, you can see it going somewhere, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's going the wrong direction, honey. I don't care who
that is. All right, Ramon on your side. Okay, now Ramon, you with this hot chick, and you guys, you throwing down, man. You ready to do it? And she say, baby, wait a minute, can you put this on? And she pull out a garter belt with stockings. Would you do it?
No. Hell no. You had me with the garter belt. I might would have considered that if I had me a few shots of Hennessy. But when you said the rest of it, no, I'm good to go. She tripping. Right. She better just lay there and shut up.
Stocking, garter belt with stockings, right?
Yeah, the stockings. No, I'm good. I would have entertained the garter belt, but like
now,
I ain't know people still wear stockings.
So the main point of this was that it has to be communication about the fetishes. It's like you probably got to ask them straight up. Do you have any fetishes that I need to be aware of?
You really should, because you can't be in the middle of sex and then you pop up with some freaky shit. Like, where the fuck that come from?
That's right. Or they want to stick their toe in your mouth and stuff like that. You have people really in the feet.
Nah, sucking toes ain't a bad thing. Now, wait a minute.
Yeah, I can handle sucking toes.
Yeah, now that's not a bad thing.
My toes, some of that.
And I'm ticklish too. I get down with that. I'm ticklish.
I know. I couldn't even handle the lady doing my little feet with the pedicure thing. So.
Oh yeah.
I was laughing my butt off. She say, "Hold still." Well, anyway, okay. So that's important. So to you, Purple, that you have to have that conversation with that person. So that's something to remember, Ramon. You definitely have to go there with them. You know, you liking this person, and you probably need to stop and say, "Is there anything that I need to know about your behavior right now before this thing go further?" And some people don't have that conversation.
And that's the problem. That's when you start having these surprises, these unnecessary surprises, or you have these dead ends, and it's like, okay, but where's the relationship gonna go from here? You really have to have communication, whether it's not even just on the whole sexual level. Communication is important in all aspects of a relationship, because I remember saying in a previous interview that when you have the proper communication, for example, with regards to things you like sexually, you really can get to really please that person better, because you can't do this chick the same way you did this chick in the bed, because each chick body is different, and what turns one on may not turn the next one on. So I think it's really important just to have conversation, especially when you're talking about fetishes.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And it could be a good or bad thing. You could talk about a fetish and be like, "Oh, hell no, I ain't doing that." But then you bring up a fetish and then, okay, I might try that. And next thing you know, it gives the sex life the spice that it needed.
Right.
That's right. And plus, you never know. People can introduce you to some things you never knew that was a big turn on to yourself.
Right.
You've been out there for a while. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Very
and if
good.
you have that fetish. If you have that fetish and you're like, okay, I'm not down with that, they're going to go and find it somewhere else anyway.
And that's the problem,
right.
Exactly. Especially depending on how much of a strong fetish it is for them. They'll go find it somewhere else. Yep, that's true.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. All right, so one of your questions, Purple, that you sent over was about oral sex. Some guys like it. Some guys don't like it at all. So what do? You know, you met a guy. He pretty much got almost everything. I mean, your people like him, and then finally you guys decide to go away for the weekend, make it special, and you never introduced the question because it seemed like you just assumed that he was down, but you would never let that happen. I know, but just say he told you yes, okay, he dibbles and dabble, but he get to the point where he was lying because he just wanted to get at you because you got that small waist and those curvy hips and everything. So he just told you what you wanted to hear, right? Oh yeah, you got that too. So he just told you what you wanted to hear. So it's time now. How you gonna feel when he say, "Hey, you know what? I meant to tell you so. I just never could do that. I just never felt comfortable." You pissed now because I heard you earlier.
Well, I mean, it's not like, that's a killer relationship thing. He can learn to do it. He'll learn to do it. I'll convince him to.
Break him in slow, like start off with a sandwich bag or something.
He'll say, "Oh, I don't like that," but I will gradually guide him into it, and he'll learn to love it.
All right, because I always thought that if a person liked kissing, they wouldn't have no problems with that.
I disagree with that one.
Not necessarily.
Really? Well,
that's two different things.
All right. Well,
I like both. Don't get it twisted. I like it both. I think if a guy don't do oral sex, he tripping. Like, oral sex, first of all, sex to me is like a journey. And let's say you're going on a trip, and to get to your destination, you got to go over a bridge. Well, your destination is to make her come. That bridge you got to go over is the oral sex. So if you don't do it at all, or God forbid you do it, think you love it and think you're good at it, but you're not, that's a problem. You're messing up the journey. You're not going to get her to her destination. So I think if a guy doesn't do oral sex, even vice versa, I think the sex is incomplete. To me, that's just me. I personally, I like to use all aspects of my body. So that's from my mouth to my toes. So it's just weird. Like, why you don't do oral sex? I don't understand. And like for girls, you don't like it. You suck lollipops. You like bananas. You like popsicles. Why don't you like sucking? I don't get it. It doesn't add up to me.
Well,
I don't understand that either.
I know a couple
girls that don't like doing oral sex. I don't
yeah.
Right. I know some don't even like to receive it.
So Purple, what did they say they didn't like about it? I mean, did they ever try it, or they just didn't see themselves doing it at all?
Well, I had this one guy. He was just like when you don't like to do it, something has happened to you that makes you don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've had some kind of issue come up. He just didn't want to do it. So obviously, something happened when he was little. He had a bad experience with some other girl or whatever. But like Ramon said, if you're not doing that, your journey is incomplete. Because if you know how that woman is going to react after you do that, you're going to want to do it every single time.
But how about your girls? You said your girls don't like doing.
She was just like, she don't like the taste of it. She don't like how it smells. Like, well, maybe you need to wash then. I'm like, you got to make them wash first. But I don't know what's wrong there. I love.
If you're doing oral sex and you don't like the taste or the smell, then the person you with ain't clean like they should be.
Exactly.
Because there's no way you should be doing oral sex, guy or girl, and the taste is tainted or like. That's the problem. Somebody didn't wash. And I think just for guys, before you go down there, I mean, it's so many kind of discreet ways you can do the taste test. You know what I'm saying? Like, while you kissing on her, all that kind of stuff, slightly move your hand downstairs and play with it a little bit. And on the slide, bring your hand up to your nose. And if something don't smell too right, don't you take your ass down there and eat her pussy. Don't even go have sex with her. Because clearly she's not clean. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's so many ways that guys and girls can do what I call the smell test. And if there's an odor, hit the highway. But for me, I know, like, for example, a lot of girls who don't like to do it. The smell was an issue as well. but also because they typically mess with guys who I guess you could say are blessed. They don't know how to do without choking, without gagging. So that's a problem for some chicks that I've come across. But like for guys, I can't really say I know too many guys who don't like to, perform oral sex on the vagina. I can't really say I know too many guys that don't like to do it. But yeah, I can't. Yeah, I don't know too many guys like that.
Now,
a lot of guys I know they love to do it.
But how about the women who are a little bit, have a little complex? Like, some girls have a lot of skin down there, and they kind of
it's just skin. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but I have met one or two girls that were like that. They just were like, oh no, I don't want you to see it, and they want the lights dark, and of course, you have to be really good to convince them that it's okay and you love it like that, and blah blah, Okay.
Well, that raises red flags for me. If every time we get it popping, you want the lights off, what are you hiding? Like, I can understand every now and then we want the lights off or whatever, but if I turn the lights on and you like tripping, no, that raises a red flag. Like, something's going on. That's crazy.
I had a complex. Because I have really long lips. But I was a little embarrassed at first, but then it was like, my guy was like, it's not a problem. So that kind of let that fall away. I'm like, I don't have no problem at all now. So I'm like.
Yeah, that's what happened to her. She said the same thing. She had really long lips, and she just wasn't used to showing it off yet. She didn't know that it was a turn on,
Right. I think for a guy, it's not a bad thing to have long lips. It's more room for us to play with, so it's not a bad thing to have longer lips. Right. Right.
All right. Okay. Favorite place to have intercourse? Purple. What was your most? We're not gonna think about where you want to be, but where you've been, and you really enjoyed it.
Don't like the pool. Tried it in the pool. I don't really like the pool, and I had to. My last guy, the back of his truck was just, I don't know what it was, but it's like it had the truck with the 4 doors, and the back seat is like really cramped, and you have to keep your legs way up. Oh my God, that was just like crazy. So I would have my legs like up on the back window, and then you just get like a better angle. It's like being in one of those sex chairs, those swinging chairs. Oh.
Hold on now. Now, were you a teenager when this happened?
No, that was like a couple months ago.
There you go. Hey, man, I know that's right.
Y'all couldn't wait to get home? Is that what happened?
No, you know what? We was like, I was getting off work, so he came to pick me up. So he was like, you're looking, I'm like, you're looking good. I'm like, okay, thank you, whatnot. So he was like, he wanted to get some right then and there. So I'm like, we're driving home on the highway. So I was like, well, just pull over. And he was like, well, cops are passing by. So I was like, by the time they turn around and get on the next exit and come back, I'm like, we'll be done. So he's right there on the highway. 5 o'clock traffic. Like, people are passing by at 70 miles an hour. They don't know what we're doing. Your windows are tinted. We're good. So.
Right.
Wow. Whew. That's why I asked you. I didn't think people were still doing it, but you said truck.
Can't believe.
So they ain't have trucks out. Well, they did have them, but they weren't as big as they are now when I was coming out.
Yeah. So, but that back seat, and then, anyway. That's my favorite place.
Wow. That happened. How about you, Ramon?
Wow. I kind of, whenever somebody asks me that question, I go back to this memory. I remember when I was an undergrad student at Florida International University, and I was on the dance team at the time, and we had like a gathering at some hotel. I can't remember. I just remember drinking a lot. But I remember being at a jacuzzi at the hotel, and it was outside, and it was a dare of mine that I would strip and get naked. One thing you don't do with me is dare me to do nothing. I'm probably going to 9 times out of 10, I'm going to do it. And so it was like a few of us guys and girls in the jacuzzi, we're drinking, have a good old time. And one particular person that we've always had like a really good vibe with, every time we have a routine, she was always my partner. So it was like a certain chemistry there. And when you mix it in with the alcohol and the nice Miami breeze and the warmth of the jacuzzi, that was amazing. And we got to explore all aspects of the jacuzzi. So I would have to say, for 6, 7, 8 years later, that's still my favorite place I've ever had sex.
Wow. Whew. That's something else, you guys. All right. Let's take it to a particular place that's pretty much everywhere, and that's the shower. Have you ever done in the shower before, Ramon?
Many times.
How was it?
I love it. I like hot water. So when you're standing under those shower jets and that water, it just kind of like give you like a water massage at the same time while you stroking or doing your business. That's a beautiful thing. But one thing that I like really about having sex in the shower is if you're down there performing oral sex and she's already wet, the fact that the shower is adding more water, just as a man down there doing that, it makes it so much more excited. It's like it's extra wet, so you get like more exotic, into it. Right. It's a whole different experience because it's just so much wetness going on. So it's an amazing experience for a guy.
Yeah. Oh, I was just thinking that. How about you, Barbie? Shower scene.
Shower's good. I would be hanging on the pole like Nene do, but
right.
So Barbie,
like you said, it's just extra wet in there when the shower, so it's awesome.
So do you remember that moment real clear, Barbie? The last time you was in the shower and it was really good to you?
Well, I love it from the back, and it's like with my shower. Let me walk in here. I can press up against this wall, and he's behind me, and the water's on him, and then it's just like, when it's hitting me in the ass, it's just awesome. I can't even describe it. It's like
it's an awesome experience.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I hear you. But it's funny. Never Christian the shower in my own crib, but it seems like when we go away, there's always something special about that shower.
Right.
Ooh. Holy cow.
You ever do it in your own shower?
I've never had sex in my own shower. It's never been my own shower. It's always been her shower, or like you said, you're out of town somewhere, so it's the shower there. I've actually never had sex in my own shower.
See, now because I got 2 brat kids, it don't happen. That's
why my kids have their own bathroom. Like, come in mine. I got stuff
mine
going on.
Too, but they just they do too, but they just too attached. It's like no privacy. We try to wait till 1, 2 in the morning, but they still up. If my house ever go to sleep, it's like if I be down here until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, sometimes editing and coming up with some new stuff. And I said I'm just gonna go up and wake old girl up. That they still walking around. At least one of them still walking around.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then that little bunny, he never sleep. He just sitting there looking at you. It's like he's in like a loft, like an open space. When I come up the steps, I see him just looking at me like he gonna be listening.
Right.
Oh well, okay. All right, let's talk about crushes. Ramon, you ever crush on anybody right now that they don't know about? We're not talking about celebrity. Yeah, we're not talking about celebrity.
No, I'm talking about a real. Yeah, I do. Yeah. And it's crazy because I over the past few months I've kind of been in situations where we're interacting a lot because we have a lot of mutual friends, and we're cool peeps, but we have a lot of mutual friends. And I'm actually going to be around them again next weekend because I'm going out of town. So it's interesting when you have a crush on someone you don't want to tell them, but you're around them consistently. It's awkward sometimes.
Yeah, that is crazy because you're going to see her for like at least until Christmas. Is it going to be like, so it's not going to be a time you're not going to see her again?
No, that much time doesn't go by. Lately, it seems like every other month we see each other.
Oh, okay. Wow. So that's
so it's a lot more. It's a lot more frequently. that we've seen each other.
Are you going to ever say anything like this? Now, the crush can go away easily.
Yes.
Who knows when it can go away, and that's when you feel more confident to touch. So, I used to have a crush on you, and they're like, "What? You did?"
Right. Right.
Now, how about if a woman told you, okay, let's switch it. I'm gonna ask you the same question too, Barbie, but I want to ask you this. You being if a woman on your job or somebody you see, or maybe in class because you're in college, tells you that they had a dream about you last night. I mean, they told you right away as soon as they saw you. What does that mean?
Just that you're on their mind, that's all.
Right.
Like constantly, like there.
Say that again?
No, you're just on their mind. I'm like, I had people tell me, guys be like, I had a dream about you. So I'm like, they're either stealing you or like, so they got a crush on you or something. They're thinking of you constantly that they got to dream of you. So. Yeah.
So in other words, so if a woman says that to a man, she was bold enough to say that for one. At the office, you have to be so cautious now what you say to people. You just never know it's gonna come back and haunt you.
Right.
So if they do take the nerve to say that, then it does mean something that somewhere you were embedded in their mind, some kind of sexual. They don't really tell you what it's about neither. I mean, I've had a lot of women tell me this, but they never tell me because I'd be ready to say, "What was it about?" But they just look at me like, "Don't ask me what it was about."
Right. They don't want to tell you. Right.
Yeah. And that's that look they're giving me.
They don't want to tell you it was a sex dream.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But they bold enough to say it though. That's what gets me the most. They now I want to know. Well, what did I do?
Was I good? We want you to think about it. We want you to think, why was she dreaming about me? So then you'll come back eventually and be like, okay, so tell me about that dream. So we're trying to get you to come talk to us.
And most of them married. They've been
it don't matter. They must be unhappily married if they dream of you.
I mean, we talk, and I don't think they having problems. Sometimes people just, sometimes their mind they just, attracted to certain people. Sometimes, it's not a bad thing. But okay, all right, Barbie. Then we're gonna ask you now, who you have a crush on right now? I mean, don't say it, but do you have a crush on somebody right now?
I don't.
A little crush.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay, what is he like?
He's nice. He's not what I would. What I told you, I was talking about earlier, the one that's a little overweight. So he's not who I would normally date, like my little muscleheads or my little, my little tools. But he's just like super sweet. He's like he's like interested in me. He's like, how's your day and what were you doing, that kind of thing. So that.
Oh, you like that, don't you?
Yeah.
He show interest.
Yeah.
He shows he shows genuine. Yeah, really. Yeah. So women like that, huh? Genuine interest.
Yeah.
And I gotta start showing some genuine interest to my wife again before somebody else.
Yeah.
Sometimes I be ignoring her. She want to talk about work. Okay, yeah, I hear you, honey. Yeah, that is great. Wow. Get out of here. Better stop doing that. All right. All right, let's talk about a celebrity crush. Ramon, do you have a celebrity crush right now? Somebody out there you just would tear them up if you had that chance.
Yeah.
If they Facebook you tomorrow, you would be there on the plane.
It'd be over. Wouldn't even hesitate.
Yeah, who's that person?
Her name is, I don't know if you guys watched this show on VH1 called Hit the Floor.
Yeah.
But her name is Logan. The girl on the show who plays Helena.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, her.
So
I remember her back when her real name in real life is Logan. I can't think of her last name, like a long last name, but her first name is Logan. And she used to be on Tyler Perry's Meet the Brown, the TV show, when she was like younger. But now years later, she's like a woman, and those eyes and her attitude, oh my God, drives me crazy because she's like beautiful as hell, talented, and then she had like on the show she had like this very kind of like vengeful, manipulative kind of attitude, take charge, get what she wants no matter what it takes.
Oh, God, she is.
Yeah, she is. Oh, my God, yeah.
Goodness gracious.
You're looking at her picture?
Yeah, she almost looked like her name is Logan Browning. She plays Jelena, right?
Yep, Helena on Hit the Floor. Yep.
She looks like the almost look like the girls on that show. I don't know why I can never think of the name of the show. My wife looks at it all the time. It's these three women. One is Asian, one black, one white. I think Melissa and Milano.
You know what you're talking about? Mistresses.
Yeah,
that's a good show.
Yeah, she looks like the black chick with the green eyes.
You're talking about Rochelle. She played in the TLC movie.
The TLC movie. With with the green eyes, right? The tall chick, right? She's talking.
She played what's her name? The chick that Pebbles. She played Pebbles in the TLC movie.
Oh, she played Pebbles. So I saw the TLC thing, but I was kind of doing something else when it was on. I'm at the
right.
Yeah, but she is bad too.
Oh yeah.
She always mad with people on that show. and crying.
Yeah.
So I can see your point there. All right, now how about you, Barbie? Who you just term up if you had the opportunity? I mean, if you would just get on that plane in a heartbeat.
It's gonna have to be Idris Elba.
Something told me she was gonna say that.
Idris
Something
Elba.
in my spirit told me she was gonna say that.
So Idris,
but
Idris Elba.
I don't know what it is, but I'm like, I need to have one of his kids.
So if he Facebooked you, he inboxed you and said, your ticket is waiting at the airport.
Dropping the kids off at my daddy's house, and I'm on that plane. Be back in about 2 weeks. They ain't got school yet, so I'll be back before you start school.
I know this is probably a cliche because everybody hear all the time, but man, it's just something about that Beyonce for me. And my wife knows it too. She gives me a hard time. So I'll be showing her DVD while I got company at Christmas. She just walk and stand right in front of the TV. It's like, do we have to watch this? I'm like, you upstairs in the kitchen cooking. Why you worrying about it? You have to show this to everybody.
I'm surprised you didn't say one of the Kardashian girls.
Oh God.
Nah. I think
you know what? I will say that Chloe to me is my favorite. I've never been a big person on Kim. I could really give two craps about Kim, but I think Chloe is, to me, I don't know if it's her personality, but she's my favorite out of all them.
Hold up. Is Chloe the one with the big head?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one that was married to the basketball player.
Right. She is hot. She is sexy. I would do her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do. When I do watch it, it's because I'm thinking she's going to wear something hot. Because she did a really good show with her body, too. She really came a long way.
She has, yeah.
And I do kind of go for the big-head girls sometimes, too, Is she tall? Is she kind of tall?
Yes, she is tall.
Okay, because I like a favor of tall women, especially. But I know Beyonce not that tall, but I let her slide. I let her slide on that one. But other than that, I don't know. I mean, you see a lot of hot people out there, but when you talk about a crush, like you just don't get enough of them. You can look at them all day. Definitely. And in real life, I don't know. I guess if my wife left me today, I'd say I have a crush on her. I would. I'll be stalking her again. Yep. Yeah, but as far as real life out there, it's not really. I haven't seen anything at the bill. I've seen a couple tall when I maybe do a double take, but I wouldn't risk anything for it. So that
I feel you.
Yeah. All right. Very good, y'all. Okay. Now this is pretty interesting for you, Barbie. Now there's a lot of talk. I've been reading some stuff out on the internet that experts have found some techniques for the little guys. You know what I mean by the little guys? Little short. They wear a size 12 shoe, but something just didn't genetically happen for them. They found that there are techniques that they can still hit the G spot. They can hit the G spot. So what do you say about that? I mean, did you meet a guy and he was like, you thought he was a little too short for you, but you still like him? I mean, what was going through your mind?
The shorter guy?
Yeah, he was short in an important area.
Well, you know what? I've had somebody who wasn't all that big, they're really good at oral sex, and it's just they would position me differently. That, you know, and I have no problem with it. But I'm like, that's the only person that you're going to fit as a woman. We're going to shrink to fit whoever we're with. So.
Right. Okay. And that's what the article said that I read, too. It said women will work with those guys because they put a lot of time into it. They're not lazy. They're not going to sit around and just hard. Be, you know, letting it lay around like it's their buddy. You know, they're gonna put the work in on you. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
They pull out all the stops.
That's right. But how about if the guy is like an average size, but he's good in oral sex? So you keep him around a little longer?
If he's average size, well, yeah.
You gotta
be better at something else. You gotta be better at something else if they're not hitting down there. So.
Yeah, he's hitting around 6. That's supposed to be average. He's hitting 6, but he's pretty good at what he's doing. He's a stroker. And he's a lick and a stick man, but he got kind of, you know, he don't got a lot going on in his life right now, though. You know, he's still trying to find, you know.
Well, you call me when you get yourself together. So that's a taking care of issue. I'm not taking care of no man. I'm just not gonna do that.
I have a friend, a really good friend, and she had a boyfriend that she put up with all his crap for a long time because she said if she could bronze his tongue on her mantle when he's dead and gone, she would do it because she said nobody has topped him yet.
Wow.
Yeah, and the thing about it, and the thing about it, the girl after her, the girl that he broke up with her to be with this girl, and this is going back to 2005. He's still with her.
Wow.
He's still with her. Yeah.
Wow.
She not letting him. This girl not letting him go, and I'm sure she probably putting up with the same stuff. But she said she's going to deal with it. Yeah, so she's dealing with the same stuff.
Now, there's always somebody better. That's all I know. Right. There's always somebody better. I'm not putting up with nothing because your tongue is golden. I'm like, that's ridiculous. I can break myself off. I'm not worried about
that. Well, he must have been ridiculously good at it because she said she would bronze it.
There's no such thing. She just ain't never see it. She needs to get out more. That's all I can say. Fuck that.
Because if she experienced the right person, she'll forget all about him.
She sure will.
Well, she kept him around.
Experience.
She kept him around a lot longer than he deserved to be around. So I guess she was weighing the options. She's like,
now we do that. We make that mistake because that sex is like really good. But I'm like, after a while, I'll be like, you know, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna keep on putting up with the same BS because you're doing it well. I'm like, fuck that. Sex is old after a while if you're dealing with bullshit. It just becomes boring.
That's true.
That's right. She did. She made the move. She showed him the door. So, but the other girl he's still sticking around with her. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Now, Ramon, when you go out, you know, you out in the club, you know, you with your buddies, and you see a woman, you're like, you know, are you assertive enough to just walk up on her and just introduce your stuff and start chit-chatting, you know, offer to buy her a drink? Because you notice you've been watching her. You don't see it with no one. You don't see a ring on her finger. Can you do that? Are you that kind of a guy?
It depends on the atmosphere. If it's one of those like a club and it's like very, 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 very crowded, that's typically not my element. So I'm more than likely not going to say anything until maybe we're outside the club. But if there's like one of those more loungy type, grown and sexy, laid back type feels, I would do that. Definitely. Okay. I've done it before. Yeah, definitely.
So what do you say? I mean, what do women accept these days as an opening line?
For me, I really don't try to create any kind of line. I really just use my, I know I mentioned it before, I really just use my personality. Like I'm a gentleman. So I really just always stand on that. And that usually gets me far. So I really haven't had to go any further than that. My personality and things like that have really just me being me. You know, I say hello or, you know, maybe a quick little compliment or something like that. But once I strike them up in conversation, it typically goes pretty good from there.
Good. Now, how about you, Purple Barbie? How should a guy approach you in a nightclub, someplace where it's more sociable, happy hour.
Yeah, I wouldn't be in a club either, but I'm like, what I don't like is that, hey, Ma. I'll be like, what is that? I cannot stand that. I'll be like, dude, I am not your mother. I can't stand that. I'm like, just say hello, I'm so-and-so, I see you here or whatever. And I'm like, catch my attention. So if you come up with something stupid and I'm like, I can't follow you, I'm just going to walk off. I'm like, come up with something smart. Hey, Ma. Oh, I cannot stand that. Or hey,
and I think whenever a guy comes up to a girl and gives a compliment, he really makes it about her. He needs to make her feel special. Don't try to give her some kind of line or, throw your game at her and it's really kind of making you shine. No, you need to make her feel special, make it about her.
Yeah.
That's right.
Compliments I don't really need because I'm like, I'm out here, obviously I'm trying to look my best. I don't need any compliments. And just like have some kind of conversation. Something.
Right.
Something that'll keep my attention.
So how does he know that you kind of giving him that green light to keep it going? After he struck up a conversation. How you doing tonight? And he said, I'm doing fine. Is it a certain look you give him, like a grin, a smile? What kind of signals do you give off?
Well, if I don't walk off, then he'll know to continue.
But
I'll be like, all right,
down.
well, nice talking to you. Have a good night.
Oh, really?
It's
if
true,
I don't do that, then you're good.
Mm-hmm. Because one thing about women, they don't really have to say anything for us as men to get a sign. Their body language, their mannerism will tell it all. For example, if she's at the bar, she's facing the bar, and I come up to her and strike up a conversation to her, if she's still facing forward, her body and her face, she's not interested. But if she slightly turns my direction, okay, I piqued her interest a little bit. Her body language is going to tell it all.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Barbie, so it's the top of the hour. We don't have anybody in the queue tonight. I didn't have no special people coming in here to join us. So we're going to flip it and have you ask us some questions. Now, you did send us about a good 5 questions. It looked like 10. All right, so go ahead. You hit any one of us up. It's up to you.
Right. Let's see. Dating. I know one of my questions was that dating older women. Do you or don't you?
Me personally, I love it. I've always dated or had relations with people who were older than me. I think it comes when I was growing up. I always hung out with people older than me. I hardly hung out with people my age because I think by me being raised by my grandparents, I was raised with certain values and certain traditions that people my age didn't. So I've always gravitated towards people who were older than me. So if you're older than me, oh, God, especially if you're colored, they say black don't crack. So if you're an older person and you're really looking good for your age, you would get me quicker than a bad chick who is my age because I'm going to be turned on by the fact you don't even look the age that you are. So for me, older women, hell yeah.
So what's older for you, Ramon? Because you're kind of a young guy. What's older?
For example, I'm 30. So I will go up to 45 if the chemistry is there and she looks good for her age. I will. I mean, at the same time, not even go a little further. One of my fantasies, don't judge me. One of my fantasies, I think she is so beautiful. I think she is so talented. And if given it, and I would do Patti LaBelle. I think she's beautiful. She's damn near 70-something. But she's everything to me. So depending on how you look and how you carry yourself, I really can't say I necessarily have an age limit.
Yeah, right. Because a lot of them are taking really, really good. Because I've seen some women around my community that are walkers. They walk every day, and they can kind of fool you when you driving up. And you say, "Oh my God, who's that?" Then you look and say, "Oh my gosh, she look like my grandmother age." Gray hair and everything, but really nice. Still got the hips, and especially when women have hips, if they keep their waistline right, they can still look really, really good.
Exactly.
I just say. In my opinion, I don't care what size you are. If you tone, you're good to go.
Right.
You be toned. Just
right.
keep it toned. Yep. All right. Oh, so I get the same question. You got something different for me, Barbie?
Yeah, you get the same question.
Well,
No, better yet, I got a different question for you.
Yeah, give me a different question. Because old for me would be 70. If you ask me when I was in my 20s, I used to, go out with 30 and 40-year-olds all the time because they had their own place.
Right. There you go.
Oh, my God. So,
right.
But with me, though, it's like I don't think I was married to someone older than me, but mostly younger guys approach me. Nobody my own age ever or older. Always someone younger than me. But anywho, my question was the last question I sent you about running a train.
Running a train.
Running a train. When are you too old to stop riding the train?
Well, the wife ain't going to let no train happen nowadays. It better not. But back in the day, I don't know. I used to always luck up. And they didn't even have to be friends. I don't know how I used to always have this luck that I would have women that don't even know each other be interested in having a party. And then one time, you
kind of have to do that.
Yep, they don't even know each other, and they like they good to go. Just pick me up. I was like, all right, okay, yeah. But now, I don't know. I don't exercise enough to be able to handle no. I don't know. There might be some risk. Maybe.
Hell no. That's funny.
Yeah, let's put it this way. If it's a chair, I'm sitting down. That's what kind of job I want. Is when you sit in a chair all day. You don't have to get up.
Right.
I was fighting with my last boss to put a printer on my desk because I got tired of walking across the hall to the printer. That's where I'm at now, Barbie. So don't be sending me no plane tickets.
Lord.
You're going to be unhappy.
I'm going to send mine to Ramon.
There you go.
Ramon. Send me the tape.
There you go. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's my wife's fault. See, she's a workaholic, see. So it's like, our schedule is just so tight.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened, Ramon. Don't get like that, man. Have a girlfriend on the side.
Right.
Oh, my God.
You a fool.
All right, what's next, Barbie? What else you got for us?
I gave you 2. So you asked me questions.
Oh, you gave me 2?
Let me see. Yeah, we already went over all my other questions. I can't think of another one. Oh, sex with the same gender.
Oh, heck no. Unless they're helping me out. With the young girl. That'd be the only time we'd be in the same room. And I know Ramon kind of adventurous. He goes to those clubs and stuff. So I don't know if he's taking, ecstasy or he drinking a little too heavy. And sometimes, there's stuff in the back of your mind. You can let stuff fly. And Ramon, you did kind of, talked a little bit about that one time before. So, that's Barbie's question.
I'm definitely an adventurous person, but I've never taken ecstasy, first of all. But outside of like marijuana, I haven't tried any drug. But I've definitely been in. I've definitely been in settings where those type of activities were going on. Yeah, definitely. I've gone to sex parties. I've gone to different sex events and things like that. And you definitely have all kinds of same sex and you have all kinds of sex going on. But yeah, I've been in the same vicinity. Yes.
All right. So, Barbie got quiet.
Have you ever made a video?
No, I allowed someone to videotape me while I was performing oral sex on them, but I made sure that the angle you won't be able to tell it was me unless you knew me personally.
Okay.
Wow, she must have been a good videographer. What was going on? She was using a cell phone? Or she had a camera?
No, it was. You know what it was? It was one of those really nice smartphones. It was.
Wow.
So it's probably still on their phone somewhere.
Yeah, so she was a selfie professional, huh?
There you go.
Yeah, it's a good thing these devices weren't out when I was really running the streets.
Right.
Yeah, there would have been some videos made. Yeah. You know, and the thing about it, Barbie, a lot of women are really willing. Well, I say young girls, they really into letting you do that. They don't think about the consequences, and they don't say, "Don't show my face," neither. You know, because see the cameras. See, when I was growing up back then, in the 80s and the 90s, cameras were really, really expensive to own. They were like in the thousands of dollars to get a good one. And, you would have some friends that have them, but then it's like you can't use the tape to play them nowhere, with that machine. Yeah, so.
Yeah, younger girls are with it. You see them, like, as far as sending naked pictures and all that, I'm like, I can't even see that happening. So what about sex toys?
Oh, me? Or Ramon?
Is it necessary or no?
I think it's kind of cool to use them to get the move started. So yeah, I've used them. I would use them. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, they cool, especially now. You know, that'd be my buddy. Call him little buddy. Time to get to work.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm kind of sex toyed out. So I've been doing that since I was like 19. So I'm like, all the ones they have now, they're just, a different version of what they had back then. So I'm like, I don't really find it necessary. And that's the difference with dating somebody younger, because they're just getting into the toys and the gels and all that. I'm like, I've already been there and done that. So that's a little issue with dating somebody younger.
Yeah, I remember my manager. I had a manager that was really getting into those things. She was obsessed. And I used to have to drive her to those places on our lunch break.
Okay.
And then she would tell me about it the next day.
Right.
Like,
that's funny.
Yeah. And I think, and of course, when women share, I couldn't believe women share this information with each other. And they talk about. Yeah, y'all really open about the toys. I thought that was kind of something that's real private, No,
they're very open about it,
No, so how are we going to know which one works good and this, that, and the other? You have to talk about that stuff.
Right.
Wow. I was really blown away by it.
This was really good. Why do you think you see mostly women working in the sex shop? Because we use them so we can give you advice on them.
Exactly.
Yeah, and look, I've been in some situations where, like those parties, and they're actually go in the bathroom and try the devices out.
Yeah,
come out.
They sure will.
It's just like
they want to test them.
Yeah. Like
just like going to the store and trying on clothes.
Yeah, when I used to live in Colorado, when you go into the sex shop, they have rooms there that you can go in, try the toys out. That room's like right there.
Wow.
Mm. So what happens if you don't like it?
Well, you have to you basically have to buy it before you use it. You can't like buy it and wash it off and put it back. So you gotta buy it.
Oh. So suppose you bought the toy, you go in the booth, try it out, you come and say, this didn't do anything for me. Like zeroes down, buddy.
Give it to one of your friends.
Yeah. So that's why you need the recommendations so you don't waste a bunch of money.
Exactly. So you don't waste your money.
All right.
There you go.
I got it. All right.
There you go.
Barbie. Good. Okay.
Y'all guys don't talk about that. Y'all guys talk about everything.
We don't talk about
I wouldn't say we talk about sex toys, because most typically us guys don't use. Like we're not the ones going to the store buying the sex toys. It's typically our women that are buying it, and they want to use it with us. So I can't necessarily say that we talk about sex toys now. At least not the ones I be around.
No, I mean, we only talk about lube. Like, can you recommend some lube? No.
Right. Hell no.
Use it for.
If anything, you might ask your homeboy, you got a condom real quick I can use, but other than that, no.
Yeah, that's about it. So if you got any condoms in your wallet, that's about it.
Exactly.
And I used to have to ask everybody for one, because one wouldn't do. I need like 3 or 4.
Right.
Yeah, that just tripped me out. I said, man, I need a condom. I was like, just one? Man, that's over in no time. One. You're playing up a storm, They used to get me on that one. All right. Very good. Very good. Yeah, Barbara, I think we went through all your questions. We sure did.
Think so.
Yeah, you did a great job, though. Appreciate you coming on here.
Definitely.
Yeah. It wasn't G-rated. So you probably going to say, man, I'm going to get on that show. It's going to be G-rated.
That's funny.
What's that?
Well, we're going to... Yeah, we're gonna try to get Miss Shelley Young on the next show. She couldn't make it. She thought she had an emergency. It turned out, her daughter's gonna be okay. So that was great news.
Okay.
So we'll try to hook up with her. Maybe we'll try to do something early in August because, like I said, people going on vacation.
Right.
So we're gonna be heading down to Ramone's neck of the woods, see what's going on in Miami.
Right.
I'm gonna be in the kids zone of Florida.
I see.
Won't be a whole lot of South Beach or nothing like that.
Right.
That's why I gotta hustle hard so I can work for myself and I can just go when I feel like going. Right.
Hey, I feel you. Definitely. That's what it's about.
That's right. All right. Well, I appreciate both of you being on tonight. I'm sorry we have no. Well, we really didn't need no Q&A tonight. We were
good.
Exactly.
That's right. Sometimes them people, they just come on, just want to shout out and say how you doing and everything. But
right.
You guys did a great job. I really appreciate you coming on Jerry Voice Live. All right, before we go, Ramon, go ahead and tell people where they can get your book at, man.
All righty. This is 69, the Crimson Edition. I actually just recently signed with the publishing company, Grind to Glory Publications, so I'm actually going to be re-releasing the book. But you can go to my site, The Keys Box. That's www.thekeysbox.com, and you can keep up to date with my books, events, and my blog. There's a lot of different things I have on there for people.
All right. Cool. And the Vagina Lady, where can they get you?
I'm on Amazon, This Is Your Vagina, or my website, thisisyourvagina.com.
That's right. Everybody's on Amazon. And this is Jerry Voice Live, the greatest podcast on earth, Friday Night Live, Adult Talk, He Said, She Said. I appreciate you guys coming on, and we're going to definitely have to have you back. All right?
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us at PositivePower21.org, our Voice Enterprises production. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining.